Right, here we go. Necropolis Grail semi-finals in the Death Division. This is Dark Zone Neman playing as the Japanese in the red here, and he's up against Buddy, who is has chosen Berbers for this map. They've had a Civ draft, can have a look at that after this one, but anyway, let's just browse through the map a little bit. Nice pond, pretty much closest to Buddy here. It should be easily accessible for him. Then there are two ponds sort of in the middle. This one is pretty close to Neman, so for once on graveyards here, the pond spawns aren't too bad really. They are somewhat similarly divided, except for maybe this one, which is clearly on Buddy's side here. So we'll see how much they focus on water here, but with their Civ picks, I'd say, especially Neman here, with the Japanese, has picked that for a reason. There's lots of fish to take, and it's tough to take out Japanese fishing ships with their double HP. So that could be one reason for the pick on a kind of a land map with some fishing opportunities here. So speeding up a bit to reach the Fuel Age action here. Neman's snagging one sheep off Buddy here. That was probably a scouting sheep, not a huge loss there, considering that Buddy has found significant resources here. He found the boars and everything, so he should be just fine. So looks like both players are docking as well, more or less at the same time here. So we should see the village accounts pretty even here. Both players taking... Actually, Buddy's taking shorefish as well. There he was, hidden behind the dock there, so should boost their first deco quite a bit, but should also mean that none of them don't really get any significant food advantage, both having ponds close to their bases. So looking at the gold spots, it's all pretty much forward for Buddy on this side there, but he has this one in the back here on the hill that maybe could be secured. Neman as well, gold forwardish, nothing in the back here really, so will be a fight for resources at some point here. So another block up for Neman. He wants to challenge the pond here of Buddy, which he has of course scouted and seen some 5 ships at work here. Also picks off one villager here while Buddy tries to quick wall it, but doesn't unfortunately not succeed. And just now is the Fuel Age click for Buddy, so he's gone for a long Dark Age here, probably opting for an early Castle Age with his play here. He might be punished for that because he's going to lose his food income on water now, and meanwhile Neman is taking Men at Arms as well. He has 3 militia about to become Men at Arms coming forward here, and which might run into the eco on this side if he can find it somehow. Yeah, it's pretty decent scouting here. This barracks will go up because it's quite close to the TC. On the other hand, if Neman sees that there aren't in fact any villagers under the TC, he could actually challenge this barracks going up, so let's see how his awareness is here. Well, Buddy did garrison a few villagers here, so he wants to make sure that his own barracks goes up and he will have defensive capabilities here. Also some preemptive quick walls here. Nice work from Buddy there to keep the aggression out. 3 Japanese men at arms after all. They attack more quickly than other infantry, generic infantry. So nice defense so far from Buddy. Might risk losing a villager here though on the gold, so that was arguably a bit sloppy here, so he's off gold, won't really be able to produce much from the barracks at this point, but let's have a look at his eco at the moment. He is of course losing on water, even the tanky, the Japanese player already on water here. So, and here come the double range as well, so Men at Arms into double range. Feudal player wants to commit to feudal anyone, but here comes a preemptive defensive tower on the gold for Buddy, so he will secure his main gold here. And also with this Castle Age buildings here, he's securing his wood income on this side, so he should be able to produce archers or knights or whatever is in play here, and while keeping the aggression at bay. But for now the archer here is stopping this tower from going up, and yeah, sitting underneath there won't really be hurt by tower fire, but the Men at Arms on the other hand get hurt along the way, but this tower isn't walled in and they are pretty weak, so the Men at Arms will take it out, and Buddy is left without gold. He will need to move to this side to maybe have a chance to pick some gold more safely. But it doesn't look too right for Buddy with the greedy going for a probably going for a fast castle approach here because he had 5 fishing ships at some point, so he was committing heavily to food, and with 32 pop up to village or so. So it wasn't really doing any early aggression, and he gets punished for that now since he couldn't complete the walls in time. And here come a steady flow of archers from Neman. This could be an early GG for Buddy here because he's just not getting anywhere. Can't take gold, can of course take wood and berries freely here, but here's the first archery range being dropped by Buddy just now. And he isn't really in that position to sustain too much skirmisher production here either. He is going for quite a few farms now, so he's probably going into the skirmishers play here, but I think it's just falling too far behind now. It's already down 20 population here, and Neman also wants to drop some towers here apparently. Maybe it could have been a misclick or just change his mind. But this defensive tower will go down probably just to archers, fire, and scouts here, and these archers as well are trying to find a breaking point, I guess. They won't be able to march through here, I think, but could still be annoying for sure. Could it be that Buddy is saving his tower here? He really wants that gold. Wonder why he maybe thinks that the archers would follow up after his nice placement of Neman here to kind of guard this escape in this direction here, so he can't go to the gold here. But looks like this, yeah, saves this tower, but it now walls it in with houses, and then actually needs to repair this tower a bit before he can garrison and get over to the other side. But finally he has some safe gold here. Meanwhile, Neman is going for the stone of Buddies in the forward, both stones for Buddy as well, so defensive towers not too easy to go for here. Actually there was an opening there, so the villagers didn't need to garrison. Doesn't really go for repairs either. Maybe he's out of stone. Yes, he is, and he can't really access anymore. So if Neman somehow is able to sneak under the tower again, and he... well, he needs to take out this palisade first, but he could be able to get close to the tower here. Anyway, Neman with a massive lead now already, with the 800 score lead here. That's yeah, 14-0 military. This doesn't look too bright for Buddy here. Yeah, so archers and Oblivion just dominating the field here, now breaking through the walls and taking out houses and docks here as well. There's really nowhere for Buddy to go now, but he has gone for the pond down here. Not too much deep fish to take here though, they're on the shore fish now, so that's limited food income. Castle Age will kick him well ahead of Neman though, so if he can get his Berbers cheap knights out, he should be able to fight off some feudal age archers here. But it's a very strong offensive from Neman indeed. Actually manages to garrison inside the tower, but that's just a temporary solution. But now being in Castle Age, Buddy could be able to get some siege out at some point. He's missing wood for now. He's idled a lot here, is 12 to 3 idles, so not really anywhere to go right now. Yeah, more and more villagers go down. Look at the villagers' difference here. Is 56 to 33 villagers right now, and Neman's base completely untouched here. So a very strong and unyielding forward here for Neman. He's just never going to give up on his forward area. Actually backing off a little bit now, but adding a stable on his own. Better means to raid, I guess, to get through here, but Castle Age should be kicking in as well, and fishing ships, pikes, everything added preemptively here by Neman. He knows with Castle Age, the knights or cavalry switch will come in for Buddy, and here's Castle Age for Neman as well, and he will he will take into crossbow immediately, and yeah, probably Botkin arrow after that, adding knight of his own as well, and gets even more villager picks. So many. Actually, the KD is not that uneven, so that says something about Buddy's defense. Has been decent here, but he's been off gold for so long and delayed his Castle Age so much. He's getting bloodlines, and some more knights out now. Has a little bit of a fish boom going on here, but the same goes for Neman here, who now has fish traps, very effective fish traps working for him there. So he's probably in a lot better eco spot. Look at this resource difference here. This is Neman's resources during all this aggression and army production, and this is what Buddy has been left with. Being off golds yet again now. Looks like he wants to try and find some neutral. Alright, he's going for the stone now, so he's desperate for a castle here, I guess. I don't know, finally this tower will go down as well. And where does Buddy go from here? Here's the 11 taunt. Not quite sure what that 11 was about, but anyway, GG is called and we'll be going to game 2. Means it's 1-0 for Neman here. So quick look at the stats here. Eco difference huge here for Neman with the undisturbed fish boom and boom at home as well. KD pretty similar, but puts Buddy on the back foot the whole way, and he was off gold so many times. Not the prettiest map for either of the players here. Gold's far off to the sides, but I think this gold could have been an option for Buddy, at least early on when there weren't too many archers on the field, and he might have been better off. But easy to say as a caster and spectator. When playing on fast speed and under constant pressure, it's tough to make the right calls sometimes. Cast stage uptime's pretty similar, even as well with Neman's constant offensive there. And almost double ability count for Neman in the end. Now I'm gonna need a moment to find the next game because for some reason I hadn't numbered them correctly. So I'll be right back with the next one. Just need to look at the timestamps here to find the right ones. Here we go for game 2. This would be Buddy's Buddy's home map, and he's picked hideout for this one. So we have Khmer in the red here for Neman. He is always a strong sim for hideout and close maps like this with the potential choke points on the sides as well, where you could play scorpions or go for elephants or whatnot, or just simply go for a real quick castle age, as Khmer don't need any buildings to click up. On the other hand, we have Buddy as Franks here. He is, yeah, probably then going for the Knight's Lion Castle Drop play here. We'll have to see how it develops, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see Fast Castle standard play for them here. Maybe a Towers play could work for Khmer as well, going up as early as they have the ability to. Anyway, there will be a bit of fast forwarding here now, just to catch up with the action to come. Seems like pretty similar starts for the two players here. Slight little bit of idle time, but nothing significant here. And a beautiful Khmer farm here near the woodline for Neman here. And 3 on gold, so it looks like a fast castle to me. They're both at 24 pop villagers right now, 26 pop, and here's Feudal Age for our Khmer friend, with Buddy following suit right behind, dropping the barracks. Seems like a stable fast castle knights here from Buddy just so far. Also with 5 on gold, and yeah, somewhat heavily on wood. Arguably a little bit late to the farms here, but then again there's the berries income from Franks that could justify later farms like this. With both players up to the castle age now, 28 pop for Buddy, only 25 for Neman here, but he will in return be quicker to the next stage, goes straight for the boom here. 3 TCs could definitely be punished by Frank's castle age knights play here, also with a bit more population to support the eco here. Looks like actually adding some scouts here, could be for map control for the relics maybe. And a forward villager ready here to drop a forward stable or siege or whatever it's going to be, let's see. Meanwhile, our red player here, Neman, is just booming away, and that villager count will for sure spike up. But actually, the Franks player also going for 2 TCs here. 2 TCs, 1 stable, 1 forward villager, just building houses for now. So, but look at the TC placed on stone here, so he wants to go heavily on stone and likely drop a castle or more as we go. Forward monastery as well. So, might be afraid of some early elephants for his opponent here, or just a preemptive measure to defend against some castle age knights or elephants or whatever would be coming, but not the villager counts here. Neman with the earlier castle age here is already with a 7 villager lead, and is also spotted the forward villager of Buddy, so this monastery will not complete. Looks to me like Loom wasn't in either, so that's a pity for the forward villager there. Now Buddy will need to send in another one, but he also has knights on the field now. And Neman laughs. That's a bit of a cheeky taunt there, discovering the forward with the unloomed villager. Doesn't look like Buddy felt like responding to that in the moment, understandably enough, but here are 3 TCs for Buddy as well. Don't think he will catch up with the 3 TC boom from the Khmer player here, but Khmer going for knights of his own and a monastery. And of course it's easy just to quick wall behind. Some preemptive walling in the next forward villager here, but there's still no loom. It's kind of fascinating to extend the forward again, but here comes loom now, so he just wants to save the villager before going for loom and then finally getting the monastery up as well. Meanwhile, a bit of scouts chasing on the other side here. And I think Buddy will need some siege now to be sure to break through, or of course a forward castle and Stone count is spiking up here. He has 5 on stone near the TC there, so we could be looking at the casting drop soon. But it's but even it is 4-3. There are monks or a monk out for Neman, so that puts a stopper to the forward knights over there. And then again, there's a scout on the field as well. So once if Buddy's paying attention here, he could snipe this monk out on the field now, but he chases the knight instead. So won't be any easy monk snipe for him. Sends the scout farm forward now. Should be able to pick off the monk here actually. Yep, nice work from Buddy there, picking up the monk. That's 100 gold down the drain for the Neman already. Very heavily on gold, by the way, and heavy on farms. Suggests to me that he wants to outmass his enemy's army a little bit. Still committing to the knights, but looks like they have the same upgrades here. But then again, Buddy with the Frank's bonus has more HP on his knights, so even if they have the same upgrades, or rather no upgrades, it's Buddy winning the fights here due to his more HP. We'll lose another forward villager here, Buddy. That's very unfortunate for him. Microphone quality is very bad. Could be some bad connection. I'll have a look. Is the sound still or connection still bad? I tried just unplugging and replugging a bit here, but not too sure what else to do. Comes the forward castle for Buddy. He needs strengths after all, and let's see, he's still collecting stone, 4 on stone, so he wants to drop more castles here. We'll look at the sound setup here as well. Can you mute your mic for a sec? Oh, hold on. Could this should be the mic. Sound issue, that's not good. I need to check all the connections here then. I'll look into this after this game, I guess. What's Neman being where now with the villager lead here with the military count lead as well. Is it in KD only 10-6, so no large losses for any either of the players here. Neman is taking the stone in the back here, so he should be ready to drop a castle and just to get the trap war going. He is about to hit him and is subject to a push from Buddy here, but But soon enough he will be dropping a castle of his own. He's actually missing a bit of stone here and doesn't have a market to adjust it, but then again he has some siege workshops on the side here. Could go for some kind of well, he's already got scorpions, but he could also make siege rams once he reaches Imperium. So it shouldn't be too hard for him to tear down this forward of Buddy with only 10 military from him for now. But he's still on the 3 TCs, while Neman is also on 3, but also with some massive farming out here. Here comes another forward castle from Buddy, but I don't think he'll be stopping that. Hold on, by the way, I'm gonna restart my sound capture thingy, see if that helps. Yeah, thanks for checking. I'm gonna need to look into if there's a cable issue or something here, and maybe restart the whole thing. That sucks. Lots of production for Neman and Adham, going for both Scorps and for Spears here. Actually only Spearman, but he's taking Pikeman now and will of course take Halberd as well. Meanwhile, a defensive castle is in place for Neman here, and he doesn't have Trebs in queue just out, but they're actually going for the petards here. But looks like Buddy's eco is way more fragile than the Khmer players here, who has had a villager lead all along. But stacking up a petard here, we'll try to petard down this castle. And also, Neman is also dropping outposts along the edges here just to make sure there doesn't come any sneak attack from the other side. These are only battering rams from Buddy. He's only in the cast stage after all, and he is... Did he take Imperial somewhere? No. He's committing to cast stage play here now, and that's going to be hurtful in the long run against Khmer with Halberdiers. Treb on the field is going for Scorpions as well, and doesn't look too great here right now. But succeeds in taking on Neman's defensive castle there, but here's just another defensive castle from Neman. Not committing too many villagers to this for now, but Halbs will protect against any knights raiding to try and stop it, of course. So very nice defense from Neman here. His populations aren't too dissimilar here, but then again Buddy still only in the cast stage, committing so much food into knights and also petards now, not too long ago, some Macroias as well. He's committing to the cast stage fighting here, and I think that will just hurt him in the long run against Neman, who is just expanding, adding more Khmer farms here and there, and now also preparing a counterattack on the other side here with the sneak villager, with the forward stable, but he just missed this. Still only +1 on the knights as well, so I think Buddy has committed very much to army numbers here and not so much into upgrades, which will also be hurtful against whatever the Khmer player brings to the field here, who has +2/+2 here and ready to fend off whatever comes his way. Another forward castle for Buddy, but I think the Scorps even will be able to deny this one if Neman is paying attention on this side. Yeah, The castle is denied on this side. Looks like Buddy's forward has been put to a halt here. His recurring castle as well. But this could be going down to trap fire very soon. And meanwhile, the heavy scorpion numbers are only increasing for Neman here. Is producing scorpions for 3 stables, and once he gets down the forward castles here as well, he should have a pretty much unstoppable push with the Khmer here. Imperials will finally come in for Buddy, and now with a more healthy eco, I would say, is dropping defensive castles at home as well, because he's noticed, I guess, the forward of Neman here, who took him off guard on this side, and puts on the castle at home just to make sure no breaking and entering happens on this side. But he's losing his forward now, again up against 18 very heavy scorps here. Even light cav won't really do too much against these, because they will lose so much HP before they can get there. But there are mangonels here, and let's see if he will also take them into onager once he gets Imperial Age. That could be the solution to Khmer Scorpions forward here. I have to say also that but this side of the map has gotten much of the golds and stones and the neutral resources here, so nice map for him on this side. And now adding the siege of his own as well, wants maybe to get more mangonels or later to be onagers out to fend off the Khmer Scorpions here, but this is a serious death blow from the Khmer player here. He's with a heavy score lead as well, 2000 score lead, and ready with the Halps and Scorpions push here. So look at the military count here as well. It's pretty devastating for Buddy to be up against 66 military at this point in the game. Imperial Age, of course, was a necessity for him, but it also impairs the production, and he's lost his whole forward, his castles, everything. Gets a nice mangonel hit in here though on Felixaldi Scorpion, but sees the mass of Scorpions and calls the GG. Pretty similar ecos here though, has to be said. But uptime key here for Neman, just securing his early boom to get the eco rolling set up for the late game, and the scoring inevitable Scorps and Siege. Siege and helps push that game in the end. Army numbers pretty significant here for Neman in the end.